this is Mike from Jersey, and you're listening to Shooting Womp Rats. This is Shooting Womp Rats. I'm Daniel.
I'm Don.
And once again, we're here to bring you the latest in Star Wars D6 gaming.
That's right. The latest.
Let's jump straight to the HoloNet news. Life Day delivery is complete.
Yay!
What originally started as a humorous aside, a mocking maybe of the holiday special, turned out a little different. It ended up being a mixture of humor, some action, and at the end, I think it was a little bit heartwarming.
I have blocked the painful memory from myself. I don't remember it.
At least there's no Princess Leia singing the Star Wars theme.
Right. Diana Ross doing, Star Wars disco. That's all good though. For some odd reason, I do remember that.
I give plenty of props to Don. He stat boxed everything for me, and even threw in the pregen characters, which I think working together, the two of us came up with some great pregens.
Mm-hmm. In fact, we'll talk about those a little bit later and tell the guys what we got, because we haven't posted those to the group as well.
Mm-hmm.
And who was it that actually threw out the challenge for that Life Day anyway?
It was Brett Pazinski.
That's right. He said if we create it, he would run it.
That's right. So he's got to record it.
Awesome. We'll make that available too.
I'm in the process of converting another one of my adventures to D6 Space, and then after that, I'm going to start work on a Lovecraftian themed horror adventure. Yep.
That was Daniel. That wasn't me.
There is someone, his name is James Spawn, and recently he posted to the G Plus community about a book that he's named The Dark Times. Now, this is a source book that's going to center around the time of the Jedi Purge, starting from Order 66 all the way up to around Episode 4.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be drawing heavily from the Dark Horse comic books that were also named as thus, Dark Time, Purge, etc. There was a whole series of comics, spanned a lot of stories during that time. So, and James has done a lot of interesting. Well, I haven't seen anything posted, but he's had some really great ideas, so I'm excited about it.
Agreed. Hopefully, once he finishes the book, not only will we profile it in the Jedi Library, but I'll also have him on to talk about the book.
Darn tootin'.
So, Don, how did this chat go?
Well, let's see. Last week's chat, I do believe I canceled. No, I take that back. I did cancel. I didn't even post it. So, the 28th, there will be new chat as thus. I did reschedule that for the 4th of November. The topic, as it stands right now, will be Grey Jedi and the Force.
Now, that's a topic that really, I don't know, what's that word?
Some strong feelings about it on both sides.
Right. So I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
Yep. In fact, I'm also going to just as opposed to having it in the podcast, I'm actually going to post it into the Ranker Pits forums as well, because I want some of those people that, even though they have some real strong opinions about it, I think we can all be adults and, agree to disagree and still be able to get our points across. So I'm going to invite some of those people as well.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it'll be a really good discussion.
Absolutely. How about Star Wars Adventures?
Canceled it.
You know what the worst part about that is? That was a time that I finally had that I could play.
Yeah, I am so sorry. My daughter had a gymnastics meet, and I had some people coming in from out of town. I really wanted to do something with it, but I just wasn't able to work it into my schedule, unfortunately. So that has been rescheduled for the 2nd, unless somebody steps up by Friday the 1st and says that they'd like to do something. I'm going to go ahead and try and run something this coming Saturday.
Brett, it sounds like it's your chance.
Get up there, buddy.
You're also asking for editors for droids, right?
That is correct. I do. I have you, and it's most appreciated with what you've been doing, but your schedule is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I had one other person step forward and say that they'd be willing to do some editing. I went ahead and shared some information with them, kind of turned them loose, haven't heard anything back from them, so maybe they had real life come up, or maybe they were just more enthusiastic than what their skill set would allow. But the bottom line is this. I would really like to have this thing put to bed and released sometime in December. That means we need to get in there, get that stuff edited, get to the point where it's actually, done. We have one person, Hisham, who has graciously said that he would go ahead and do all the setting and everything like that and getting the book looking good. So at this point, we just need to get it edited and in a final form so that he can use it. So a couple of different editors would be appreciated to spread out the work.
Okay. You also made mention of you trying to do a book on the comics.
That is correct. The current source book is the Droids animated series source book, which encompasses the 13 episodes in the special of the animated cartoon. I had toyed with the idea of going ahead and also putting in the same source book the short-lived Droids comic book by Stars, which is a imprint of Marvel Comics. After that, Marvel lost the license and went to Dark Horse. Dark Horse did a couple of short stories in Dark Horse Comics Presents, their anthology comic. That spiraled off into, I believe, 2 limited series and a couple of one-shot specials. So I'm probably going to end up working on those as a second source book.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's what is jokingly referred to as the Star Wars Holiday Special source book, which I am kicking the idea of taking a look at because nobody else has the cojones.
Intestinal fortitude,
or the ability to not uncontrollably hork while trying to go through the source material. And I don't know what I'm getting myself into because, honestly, I have blocked the painful memory. It is a portion of my history my childhood that continues to be a black hole. I don't remember anything around that holiday time. So it's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay, so now we've got our 6 new pre-generated characters.
We do indeed. The 6 pre-gen characters that we went ahead and created for the purpose of the Life Day event adventure. And I really like these guys. They're a little more powerful than your starting characters, but not terribly. I mean, they're not crazy. But I like kind of some of the concepts that are involved there. We've got Numa Foha, a Verpine female soldier, which I thought was kind of cool. We've got Sid or Kid Foha. Oh, it's Numa Omar. Was the Verpine male fighter. Okay, and then it was Sid Foha is the Twi'lek male mechanic. We have Shiv Rollins, a human male thief or agent. Brainard Draven, the Quarren male pilot. Kurlos Hadron, the Deveronian male smuggler pirate, and he's kind of cool because he's got a companion.
Mm-hmm.
He's got what we call, in quotation marks, a very special droid named WIP, which is an acronym for Work in Progress, which is a K4 security droid. Right, which does not have the blaster cannon thing in it. And I'm trying to think what else was it. Oh, it's had its memory wiped, so it's only got its basic programming, which means all it can do is basically run and hide. There you go.
And provide commentary.
And provide commentary like, these are not the droids. Don't do that. All right, and the last one is Tyandis Hanu, which is a Duros female force user. So that's what we got rounding out the source of pre-gens for the Life Day event. Now, something else that I went ahead and posted this week, I went ahead and posted 10 homebrew templates by Garkle, who originally posted them on the Ranker forums. And as I said before, there's 10 homebrew templates. Those are being the pre-space merc, a ship's doctor, a wilderness guy, a former Corsac officer, a disowned, spoiled rich kid, spelled Kardashians. We have the old school bodyguard, a rebel sniper, a young mechanic, a rebel technician, and a natural pilot. Basically, a natural pilot just being a person who has natural aptitude towards it.
Okay.
So, I found that this week. That was cool. Thought I'd share it. There you go. It's yours. Do with it what you will.
I think that's awesome. These are just things. I'd like to even try the pre-space Merc.
I thought it was kind of interesting. Sort of like the Mac Bolin kind of thing. I do know that we've had a little bit of movement, a little bit of ice broke free with the introduction of the Adventure C10 last week, which was basically, it broke down, the points on it were that they were supposed to rescue a friendly agent, salvage of some type was involved, Imperial Army troopers are involved in some way, as well as a competent Imperial officer. And a number of people posted some different things. I'm just going to hit the highlights. There's actually 9 responses to that, and all of them were actually really kind of cool. I'll start off with Wayne Humfleet. He wrote, an ancient Lon Darno, the captain of the Squib garbage transport honeypot, has recovered. Yes, it's an 80s Star Wars porn movie. Transport honeypot has recovered what appears to be a piece of Imperial cloaking device, making contact with the rebels or other interested parties to rendezvous on a secluded moon to make the transfer. Little does anyone know that the Imperials have intercepted the transmission in an attempt to recover their stolen technology. Can the characters save the Squibs? Of course not. They should all die. And recover the cloaking device, or will the overzealous Imperial general get the better of them? Please, I'm banking on the general. Another person had suggested Mike Fraley. The players must locate a downed New Republic pilot. He punched out before crashing, but the players have to extract him and find the wreckage and scrub hyperspace jump data from a droid or from the astromech before the imps can recover it. I'm trying to think. The last one was kind of interesting. Was a friendly agent as a misnomer for a highly infectious disease originally created by the Sith and found by the competent officer. The characters are tasked with stealing the item, but they find out that the disease is a sentient creature and at the very least force sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I thought that was kind of scary, really. A sentient disease?
Yeah.
All right, well, going along the same lines, Rumor Wednesday last week, number 10, border skirmishes have broken out in the Mid-Rim involving at least 2 sectors. We had a number of people that commented on those. I think Brett chimed in, said contacts of mine have hinted that the banking clan is financing both factions so that the trading companies will wipe each other out, allowing the bank clan more control over whatever entity emerges from this conflict.
Yeah, I like
those manipulative bastards.
Well,
it's like Wall Street all over again.
You even pulled out that said a contact told me Palpatine manipulates sectors into fighting using trade agreements and manipulation. This puts markets into flux and generally spreads fear, but mostly so the Empire can sweep in and quote unquote save the day.
Oh, stupid Empire! Hate those guys.
That'll wrap up the news. We're moving on to the Tatooine homestead. So, Don, what about your posts?
Well, this week, as usual, we have the Random Adventure number 4 was released. Adventure Seed Monday saw that an adventure will be involving the elements of boarding an enemy vessel, space terrain of some type, novice bounty hunters, and an Imperial Inquisitor. Okay. I think that should be interesting.
Yes.
Character Tuesday number 11 saw the 3rd member of the B team, Plental Teckington, who is a Falleen with a soft spot for the late days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rumor Wednesday sees the introduction of the rumor the planet Elcott has disappeared.
Okay.